Shalom. It's the Shabbat. It's a high holy day. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters doing the work in sincerity and in truth. We the brothers from the House of Israel, HOI DC.
That's right.
And we're going to bring the word of truth straight out of the Bible. Give me Jeremiah 51, verse 20.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thou art my battle axe.
Thou art my what?
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break the pieces of nations.
That's right. So this word of truth that we hold in our hand is the word of the Most High Power. This is our battle axe. This is our weapon of war. So we out here to proclaim the truth that we are the true Hebrew Israelites and reclaim our nationality in our rightful place.
That's right.
Read.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. 21. With thee will I break into pieces horses and his rider. And with thee will I break into pieces chariots and his rider.
So that's right. With these words that we speaking, we're making war in the spiritual realm. And the war is to stop every demonic force that was meant to be for our bad.
Verse 22, with thee also will I break into pieces men and women, and with thee will I break into pieces old and young, and with thee I will break into pieces young man and the maid.
Isaiah 42. So that's what we out here to do, is to bring war in the spiritual realm. Because the true sons of power, the true sons of God have awoken out of their sleep. That's right, we are the valley of the dry bones being awakened from the grave. 42, give me Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 1. Behold my servant, whom I uphold.
My who?
My servant, whom I uphold. My elect, in whom so delighteth. I have put my spirit upon thee, and he shall bring forth judgment of the Gentiles.
That's right. So that's what we do. The Most High put his spirit on his chosen elect. And we here to wake up the chosen elect of the 144,000. So that judgment can come to the heathen, the Gentile nations. That's why we out here. We're here to wake our people up out of their sleep. Sister, do you know your nationality? Yeah, do you know who you are? What would you say you are? So what's your nationality? What nation of people do you belong to? What would you call yourself? Give me a name. Oh, you would call your, so that's not a nationality. That's a denomination.
Okay, so really I don't know my nationality.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Give that sister a hand clap. She got a humble spirit. Alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to tell you your nationality.
Okay.
If you got descendants that come on the cargo slave ship to this country, your ancestors were born here on ships, that would make you a Hebrew Israelite according to this Bible. You're one of God's chosen special people. Now once we tell you your nationality, the responsibility on you is to repent, keep the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments, because they're not done away with. Give me that. Deuteronomy 28:68.
Book of Deuteronomy.
Appreciate you.
Get that real quick. We're going to show
Chapter
you who you are.
28,
Wait a minute.
verse 68.
This was a curse that happened to the Israelites. Alright?
Okay.
We came here on this country via cargo slave ships. And the Most High allowed it to happen because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So that word Egypt means a place of bondage. We were brought here bound, hand and foot, on the ship, and once we got off, read.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
We will not see our homeland because Africa is not our homeland. Jerusalem is our homeland. According to Galatians chapter 4, verse 6. I know you got to go. Read.
Then thou shalt see it no more again. And there thou should be sold to thine enemy.
And you should be what?
Sold to thy enemy.
So we were sold. The Africans sold us, the Arabs sold us to the so-called white man. And that's how our people are walking around in this God-forsaken land that will not tell them that they are Israelites. Right? Give me verse 35. We say, moreover, these curses forever.
So verse 35.
28. Okay, give me 37.
28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
When they call us niggers, spits, coons, porch monkeys, those are proverbs and bywords. Those are not our natural names. When they call us African American, we cannot possibly be two different white people. It's not possible. Keep going. 38. Let's bring it down.
38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall come and consume it. 39. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them up, but thou shalt neither drink of wine nor the gather for the grapes, for the worm shall eat them.
Give me 43. We in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43.
43. For the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So the so-called white man is considered a stranger, and he brought us here. So the so-called white man has rulership and dominion over the whole earth. He's very high above us. His education system is well beyond ours. We can't even compete with this man on an economical type of status ever, because they're rich, they're wealthy, and their children go to the top-notch schools. But here we are in our own neighborhoods being gentrified out and kicked out, and they got police protecting the so-called white people in our areas, all right? While we ain't got a pot to piss in.
This is the perfect place to them. Years ago, this didn't look like this for us. But when
45. Give me 45.
45.
Listen
More,
to this.
Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, overtake thee, till thee be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Keep going.
46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign,
For a sign.
and for a wonder,
And for a wonder. For how long?
for thy seed forever.
Forever. You're going to know that these curses that are listed in Deuteronomy 28 apply to us. Because we were the people that were stripped from their homeland, packed and sold and scattered across the whole face of this earth.
Y'all be up here every
We try to be up there every Saturday. This is somebody who did it too. Go ahead.
I gotta go.
All right.
Deuteronomy 28:28.
Keep listening.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of the heart.
You got an internet, YouTube, House of Israel, HOI.
I'm gonna hold it down there. There's a lot of kids there.
Yeah.
So tell me.
HOIDC. You can see us on YouTube. So if you can't make it, you can follow us. All right. So that was awesome. That sister had a contrite spirit and she wanted to know who she was. So we started out in Jeremiah 58:51, verse 20. This word of truth is our battle axe. The Most High gave us this word so that we could reach our people and dig them up out of the pit. The pit that they've been dug down to. Give me Colossians 2:8. The pit that we in is Christianity, Mormonism, all right, Jehovah's Witness. These are all denominations set up to keep you destroyed in your mind because you can't get to the bottom line of the truth that you're an Israelite. You must pacify. That's right, to keep you pacified, like brother said, make you celebrate demonic holidays and Halloween, pumpkins, Days of the Dead. Give me that, Colossians 2:8.
The book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
That's your Christian church. That's your Creflo Dollar. The man begged his church for $6 million to buy a private jet. But you got people out here homeless and struggling. The neighborhoods are beat down to the ground. You got the other nations coming in, taking over your neighborhoods. You was born and raised here. Your parents 10 years ago owned houses. Guess what? You don't own them no more. They gone. These wealthy people been riding around in your neighborhood, plotting on the way to get you out. Keep reading.
After the tradition of man, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Christ.
So the so-called white man came and gave you democracy. Along with his democracy came what? What came with his democracy? White Jesus. He made you serve and worship the image of the beast. This ain't what Christ looked like. Give me what Christ looked like out of the Bible. Revelation 1 and 13. This ain't what Christ looked like. This is the image of the beast. This is what you call racial superiority. This is worshiping your enemy, the one that destroys you. What happens when you conquer a nation? You beat the truth out of them, and then you shove your images in their head. That's what they did. Give me that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
This is John on the island of Patmos. He's going to, people say, don't nobody know what Christ looked like. Wasn't nobody there. Well, John about to describe him to you right now. We're going to prove the so-called white man's a liar and the devil the Bible speak of. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to his foot.
So, Christ, Yahweh himself, had a garment down to his foot. And like these young brothers and sisters got out here, he had fringes on the bottom of him. Read.
And a girt about his paps with a golden girdle.
And he had a girt around his waist. Read.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
You see that brother standing right back here?
I am listening.
That's right. You see that white in his hair?
I am gray.
Yeah, the brother got, when it's gray for us, brother, that woolly hair is white. And this is a compliment.
And I shall continue moving on.
That's right, brother. No disrespect to you.
No. Hey, I'm
edifying.
listening to your word.
You see that brother right there? That's a perfect example of what Christ's hair looked like.
I am listening to your word, but you are speaking, and that you are speaking to the younger crowd that what I've been through.
Listen to the Bible, brother. I hear you.
I am 73 years old, from the country, and on the concrete jungle now.
That's right.
And I'm going to say that, but I won't be here to hear everything you have to say.
All right.
Because I'm going to wait on my bus so I can get home.
All right, brother.
Peace to you all and everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Elder.
Thank you.
Bless you, Elder. All right, read that, brother.
And at his feet was like unto brass.
Okay, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Read.
15, and his feet was like unto brass, as if it burned in a furnace.
That's right. So if you take a penny out of your pocket, it's already the color of brass. Then the Bible took it a step further and said it was as if it was burned in a what?
As if it was burned in a furnace.
Man, you can't make that up, man. You can't make that up if you tried to. Give me Jeremiah 14 and 2. See what the so-called white man did? Not only did they take this book called the Apocrypha out of the Bible, which means hidden books. Now, we can get into why he took this book out of the Bible, and well, as made all these different translations of the Bible, they took the word black out of the Bible. But in the King James, the word black is there because it identifies color. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates of their language, they are black.
They are what?
They are black unto the ground.
That's right. So the true Hebrew Israelites, as according to Shalom, brother, as according to the Bible, we are the true nation that belongs to the Most High Power.
Right.
And he's given us the authority to come and break down these scriptures as he's placed it in our spirit. Right. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 6, starting verse 1. There ain't no other nation on the face of this planet like the Israelites. Like his chosen people, the apple of his eye. He does have a special people. and we're looking at them. So-called Hispanics, Latin Americans, so-called West Indians, the so-called Native Americans. You are the tribes, you make up the 12 tribes of Israel.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust, and not before the saints?
Whoa, whoa. Why did he say, why did he say, if you got a matter, you're going to go before the unjust? Which means your court system, your witchcraft witch judge with his black robe on, with his shotgun stashed and tucked up under the table. The magistrate, which means money collector. You're going to go before the wicked instead of going to the children of God. Read.
Verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Did you not know what?
That the saints will judge the world.
That's right. So when we say that the other nations is going into captivity for what they did, that's a just recompense.
That's right.
We're not a hate group. We're not out of our mind. We're quoting the Bible that you so-called say you uphold. We all got the same Bible.
That's right.
So why are we a hate group? You know what you are? You are a liar and the truth is not in you.
That's right.
Because you're scared to stand up what's in this Bible. That a so-called white man done made a pie grab and put the blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics in the biggest portion of the hate group. For teaching the Bible. We ain't never attacked nobody. We ain't never ran no minivans and killed 13 people. We didn't go down in Charlottesville, Virginia and beat up black people while the police stood by idle
That's
and
right.
let it happen.
That's right.
How in the world are we a hate group? Read.
Verse 2. And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye not worthy to judge the smallest of matters?
This is not a small matter we judge. You know why? Because it's a price to pay. Give me Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. It's a huge recompense to pay for the bloodshed and the destruction of our people. That's right. You can't think you're going to kill all of these people, right? You're literally walking on blood when you go through America. This land is up to blood in your knees. The soil is covered in blood. Somebody got to pay for that. Give me Habakkuk 2 or 12.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that...
Whoa. That means destruction. Read.
Woe to him that buildeth a city with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
So did the so-called white man come over here and the Native Americans called him the pale face? Did he act like he was the friend, and that's why we celebrate Thanksgiving to remember and eat cranberry juice and eat potato skins and chicken? Did he or did he not turn around and backstab the Native American and take every portion of his land? Somebody come up here and tell me that he didn't do that. All right, keep reading.
Verse 13. Behold, it is not of the Most High of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and that the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge and the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Verse 15. Woe unto them that giveth his neighbor drink, and putteth thy bottle to him.
That's right. The so-called white man also gave him what you call fire water. Anybody that know Native Americans, they abolished alcohol and the sale of liquor on their land. That's why they packed them and put them on reservations. And that's why they over there raping their daughters and jailing whole tribes of the Native Americans. This is the biggest epidemic. When you go into Alaska, the alcohol to Native Americans, I've seen them drink alcohol and sit outside and freeze to death. So-called white man came and gave them that alcohol, man. And it destroyed them. Read.
16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
That's right. Shame should cover you all the days of your life. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
What you did to these people. You pay the Chinese reparation for bombs over here in Shima, $10,000 a month. You got all these nations that get to come over here and live tax-free for 7 years, but the so-called black, Latino, Hispanic, Native American, West Indian, you dog them out and you kill them every day on the street. And you don't got no recompense for it. The Most High gonna pay you back. He's gonna visit you in your iniquity.
Right.
Read, give me Malachi 1:1. The Most High gonna deal with all your puffed up pride. You know why? You know why He's gonna deal with you? Because you're unrepentant. And that's why we could never be cool. That's why we could never hold hands with the nations. Because when the Most High created you, He created you a worrisome being. He knew you wouldn't repent. You sold your own birthright. Read, give me Malachi 1:1.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Most High.
The Most High loved His people, Jacob. That is all 12 tribes of Israel. And that's not no other nation He loved outside of these people here. That's you. We tell our brothers and sisters, you make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You're a special people. The Most High loves you only. You know what they turn around and tell us? God loves everybody. You give up your own birthright because of what the white man taught you. Keep reading.
Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
So when they was fighting in the womb, they was brothers, right? When they came out the womb, they were still brothers. But was not they brothers? Read.
Saith the Lord, I love Jacob.
He loved who?
I love Jacob.
That's right. The Most High sending judgment all the time while we out here prophesying. I saw that. Read.
And I hate Esau.
And he what?
And I hate Esau.
I thought God said He loved everybody, right? God loved everybody, right? Read.
And I hate Esau and lay his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness.
So Trump was on the news crying about what we gonna do about the Nazis? What we gonna do about the white supremacists? George Washington owned slaves. We gonna take his picture down? Yeah. If you don't take it down, the Most High gonna take it down.
That's right.
It ain't gonna be nothing but stubble and rocks left in this place.
That's right.
And the scriptures say, in 1 hour shall your judgment come.
That's right.
You cannot think you're gonna kill over 300 million people, take them from their homeland, scatter them and use them big winches. I'm gonna wait, I ain't gonna scream over the truck. Yeah, you can't just, the Most High is the creator of all. And He's in charge of all of So what we doing is we out here showing love for our people. This is what you call love. This ain't hate. Come up here and prove any of us wrong that what we say ain't coming out these scriptures. People gonna come with emotions, feelings, and they don't have one scripture to back up their claim. Read. Keep going on that.
Okay. Verse 4. Where has Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That's the pride of this man. He think his rulership gonna go on forever. Name any kingdom that never failed. The Romans failed. They went into a time period called the Dark Ages. They don't even teach you that in your history classes. They don't teach you black people had rulership and dominion over white people for 1,000 years, called the Dark Age.